Now we're going to look at the transformation equation for rational functions, and here it is inside of the box. And so the transformation equation will be given to you in this form, where you have y equals some constant a up in the top, and then x minus h in the denominator, and then plus k outside. And you've seen the h's and k's before. And here's what they're doing. The h's and k's are now your new asymptotes. So x equals h is your new vertical asymptote. Remember, you cannot get 0 in the denominator. And so any value of h that got you a 0 in the denominator would be an asymptote. Y equals k is your horizontal asymptote. And you have seen this before in different function families. Then after you draw those asymptotes, you're going to plot your points to the left and the right of the vertical asymptote and then draw your branches. So let's go ahead and get started with this example we see in example 2. So we have y equals -4 all over x plus 2 and then minus 1, which is your k value. So as always, your first job is to draw your asymptotes. And those come from your value of h. And so remember, h is, I'll use blue I guess, h is right here. And it's not supposed to be a plus sign, so it's working in reverse again. So your h value is a -2, because how else would a plus sign show up there unless your value of h was a -2? And so because h is a -2, it means x equals -2 is a vertical asymptote. And again, if you think about it logically, it's saying in the denominator you can't have -2 for x. Think about it, because you'd have -2 plus 2, you're getting a 0 in the denominator, which is not going to happen. Alright, and then for your horizontal asymptote, we get that from your value of k, and then k is right here, and that works like normal, so that is a -1. And so -1 is your horizontal asymptote. And that was your first job, was to draw your horizontal and vertical asymptotes. And your second job then is to plot points to the left and right of your vertical asymptote. Since my vertical asymptote is at -2, I'm going to go ahead and pick some numbers to the left and right of that. And so I will make my table of x and y values. And I'm going to pick a 0. That is to the right, and I'm going to pick a 2, and then to the left I will pick a -3 and a -4. And then my outputs, when you plug these values into the original equation, and it is the whole equation here, you're going to get these outputs. And then go ahead and plot those on your graph, and then connect your dots and make your curves approach the asymptotes. And there is your hyperbola using the transformation equation. Alright, let's do 2 more guided practice with our transformation equation. And so here we are looking at number 2 and number 3. And then I often get the question for number 2, what is the value of h? If you don't see a number there, your h value is 0. So go ahead, your first job is to find your horizontal and vertical asymptotes, and then plot points to the left and the right of your vertical asymptote. Pause the video now. Thanks for watching this video. Again, if you have questions, you should come find me. Happy to help. And there is a 3rd video in this series on graphing other rational functions that are not in our parent form, as we first saw, the inverse variation form, and that are not in the transformation equation form. And a little sneak preview of what I'm talking about is listed down here, where it says other rational functions in this form. So that'll be the next video.